Government breaks ground for the Wesley Resource Centre, Elmshall and Bath Estate to receive housing complex by March 2015, and Olive Elizabeth André was honored as Cultural Elder 2014 at this year's Heritage Day. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani.
And I'm Colette Ambo. Stay with us for details of the headline stories and others after this.
A lot of bathtubs are blamed for bruises. Some staircases are accused of being responsible for broken bones. Doors are occasionally viewed suspiciously as causing lesions. A high percentage of tables are accused of producing bleeding or trauma. Violence against women is a crime, and it's everyone's responsibility. It's inexcusable. If you're a victim or witness of physical or psychological violence or abuse, seek help and denounce the perpetrator.
Thanks for staying with us. Housing for Bath Estate and Elmshall residents is next on the list to be reformed. 2 buildings under construction, one in each of these 2 communities, totaling 60 apartment units, are due for completion in March 2015. The Honourable Member for Parliament for the Roseau South constituency, Ambrose George, indicates that the project, which began early 2014, is 65% complete, and to his mind is exceptional work by the company, the Shanghai Construction Group.
The construction that we are seeing here again is part of the government's thrust and a new dimension of the housing revolution, which in itself has taken very, very many components. So Bath Estate, it's a new area, it's a new site, it's an additional housing being made available to the people of Dominica. The funds were made available through the government, loan funding from the People's Republic of China. And we, as I said earlier, these 3 buildings will consist of 24 apartments, and the 24 apartments will comprise of both 2 and 3 bedrooms. We just had a sort of a little tour of the interior of one of the buildings. From what we have seen, I believe that from a structural standpoint, that the building looks very firm, and certainly I can only await the completion of the facility here to get a better understanding and appreciation for the kind of work that has been undertaken here.
This is a new era for housing in Dominica, and it is hoped that this type of building will be a model for other such projects on the island.
In Dominica, the tallest building we have is a financial center. We have 6 floors, and I think this is the beginning in terms of housing infrastructure, where in order to utilize space, which is becoming very scarce for housing, that we need to move up into the sky with the construction so that we can utilize the airspace and better utilize the land space in terms of having more units available to the Dominican people as far as housing is concerned. It's certainly going to uplift Bath Estate. Bath Estate is part of the city of Roseau, and this new component of housing in Bath Estate is an added feature for the city, so to speak. And of course, you may have already heard that the government also has plans to develop the Pong area and other open space areas within the city with similar type of housing infrastructure.
A A US $10 million loan was sourced by the government of Dominica for this project. 60 apartments will be made available, 24 in Bath Estate and 36 in Elmshall. And Colette, as we see here, another new development in housing. It's notable about this Labour Party administration, the way that they've taken housing as a serious, I would say, a serious business for Dominicans with the housing revolution that's going on. The home repairs, new houses that are being built, and now we see this new component of this housing revolution, which is the apartment complex. Just recently, we had the inauguration of the building in Silver Lake, 6 units, and 27 recently in the Kalinagu territory.
Yes, and you can say that it fits well with government's objective to empower persons, not less fortunate, but those who don't have as much as others. And as opposed to renting and not having a home, it helps people be more independent. You don't go spending money on rent. You spend money on yourself, on the development of yourself, and that's very important.
And that has been part of their policy as well, empowering people. And home ownership is one very, very good way of empowering individuals.
Yes, it is. With the announcement of the 2014 A-Levels Island Scholar last Tuesday, the undeniable role of the A-Level support program was detailed. The top performer, Leah Dodds, outperformed 41 other students. Among other factors, she attributed her success to the A-Level support program, an initiative conceptualized in 2002 by a group of concerned parents. The support program is coordinated by Henry Volney.
The A-Level is more comprehensive than the associate degree major. Some might even say it might be too comprehensive, because certainly when our A-level students go particularly to North America, you would swear that they could become the lecturers themselves, because even the lecturers would wonder where these students came from with the standard of their knowledge. I'm talking from personal experience of once wanting to hire an individual with a degree from North America to teach sociology. And when I showed her the A-level syllabus, she got frightened, because she said what they were doing in 3rd and 4th year was what they were starting off in the A-level program. So this shows you basically the standard of the A-level program.
He went on to describe the format of the program.
It's a support program. It's what I call a top-up program. In other words, you must do the major in the associate degree for you to do the A-level. Because 60 to 80% of the content of the A-level will be done in the associate degree program, and we in our little program, top-up program, will give the other 20, 30%, whatever the case is. And we will also give you the A-level flavoring and also practice in doing A-level exams. So this is what we do. Our classes are in the evening, 4:30 to 6:30, one class a week. So you can see right away that you cannot really run an entire program on such a time period. So that's why it's like a top-up. We also run labs on Saturdays in the sciences, labs which would also have the A-level focus.
Dennis Edwards, acting registrar at the Dominica State College, describes the A-Level supports program as designed to meet the educational needs of the times. She assured that the program is constantly monitored for effectiveness. The coordinator, Henry Volney, is proud to report that the A-Level support program employs experienced lecturers, resulting in a good track record and an excellent pass rate. The 2014 pass rate is 76%.
A promise made to Wesley residents was fulfilled on Friday with the groundbreaking ceremony of the Wesley Resource Centre in Mopo, Wesley. The occasion, which Council Chairman Matthew Prince described as a reason to be happy, was attended by the Honourable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Honourable Skerrit's remarks to the residents were simple: all government wants is for the facility to be well utilized for the good of all.
We go to parts of the country and people say to us, they need this and they need that. We come and we do it, and next thing they do not make use of it. People complain that there are no sidewalks. In some parts, we come and we build sidewalks and they still walk in the middle of the road. You understand? So if you have said to us you need a resource center, a promise was made to deliver it to you, it is being delivered to you by the grace of God, and you must say thanks to God for that. We have to make use of it. So I would like to come back to Wesley saying that you're making use of this facility, because it is for you to make use of it, and that's how we can show gratitude. And each one of us in Wesley must take ownership for this building. Too many times people deface and people vandalize government facilities and they say, oh, it's government thing. But whatever the government does or builds, it is doing so for you. So it's not a government facility, but it's a facility belonging to the people of Wesley.
He also suggested that the service of outgoing Honorable Parliamentary Representative and former educator Gloria Shillingford be recognized by naming the Resource Centre after her. On Friday, Honorable Shillingford was only too pleased that yet another promise was fulfilled for her people.
This is the same government, the same working Labour Party government who has brought this. Without the government, even though it is a CDB project, let me say to you, it has to go through all sorts of things, and it has to come to cabinet. If cabinet says it is not something that should be done, it will not be given the okay. So we have to thank the government for being able to bring this project to Wesley here this afternoon. And as I am saying, it is the same government that persons say is not working. Labour Katwavai.
The $580,000 Wesley Resource Centre is being funded by the government of Dominica, the Basic Needs Trust Fund, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
The 292 graduating students were not the only ones on display last Thursday, October 16th, at the 12th commencement ceremony of the Dominica State College. The proficiency of the institution to date was highlighted at the event. The chairman, Brian Mead, revealed early on that the college was able to reduce its operating deficit by $700,000. Dr. Donald Peters, president of the college, announced that in addition to other developments, 4 new programs have been added to the curriculum.
This year, we are partnering with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade to bring primary and secondary school teachers from Latin America to learn English at the Dominica State College, English as a second language. This academic year, we introduced new majors in political science, mass communication, a certificate program in instrument repair and maintenance, and a new certificate program in fashion and fashion design to begin in January. We already have 17 sewing machines and a studio in the campus ready for this process. We expect also to launch the country's largest marching band in the history of the country, for which we have already secured 300 musical instruments from the Music Missions of Canada International and its president, Mr. Luce Kosovo. So you are graduating in a time when DSC is really taking off. But have no fear, you can return. For beginning in the year of 2015, the academic year of 2015, the college will begin to offer a bachelor's degree in education, business, English, agriculture, and the social sciences.
More and more, the government of Dominica is seeking to make technical vocational subjects a larger part of a recognized education. This is why the Honorable Education Minister, Peter St. Jean, gave prominence to TVET in his remarks at the ceremony. He noted the government's inclusion of technical vocational education and training in the secondary school curriculum. It follows then that one of the noteworthy achievements of the Dominica State College is equal focus on formal, non-formal, and informal learning.
Here at the Dominica State College, you are graduating
from a newly built facility made possible through our friendly relations with the People's Republic of China. There are now more options at this college for students to explore specific areas of interest, learning in a setting that supports a comprehensive and progressive curriculum. One of the main objectives of the Dominica State College is to equip the local workforce with young people who have marketable skills and knowledge and are able to make a significant contribution to the economy.
The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, is also placing great significance on technical and vocational education and training, since useful and marketable skills will no doubt reduce poverty and enable economic recovery and sustainable development.
In more news, Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Kelva Daru, at a ceremony held last Thursday, officially recognized members of his constituency for their outstanding contribution to community development. 11 individuals and 1 group received awards for working selflessly towards community development for a number of years in various fields. Addressing the function, Honorable Daru promised that as long as he remained a member of Parliament for the community, he will continue to recognize the efforts of his people.
I must say that the role that each and every one of you has played in ensuring that St. Joseph can be a more productive place, in ensuring that St. Joseph can be a more successful community, in ensuring that our children can have an education, in ensuring that our commuters to various parts of the island can have transportation, in ensuring that our families can be fed, in ensuring that our community can be represented on a national level. Each and every one of you, the role that you have played is of equal importance.
The ceremony was held in association with the St. Joseph Village Council.
For this reason, I would like to publicly commend the Honorable Kelva Daru for the interest he has shown and his active involvement within the community. Also, I would like to commend him for initiating this ceremony and his determination and contribution to ensure that it became a reality. I make a call to the other villages to follow the footsteps of Honorable Kelva Daru and the Council, and to recognize the outstanding villagers for the good work that they have done. I urge them to also make it a yearly event as we have done in St. Joseph.
Awards went to Avis Bruno for culture, Raleigh Thomas for taxi service, Corvin Charles farming, Vern Pending education, Oliver John Charles shopkeeping, Shedden John justice of the peace, Timothy Abraham community volunteering, and the Pathfinders Club for their service to the community. St. Clair Teets also received an award for fishing and farming, Priscilla Prevost for her work in the health sector, Marcella Williams for business, and Trevor Shillingford for his contribution in sports. This was the 2nd annual award ceremony for the St. Joseph community.
Now in its 30th year after its first historic staging in Tukari in 1984, Dominica's Heritage Day celebration returned to the Cottage constituency on Sunday, October 19th this time, in the sister community of Capuchin. As part of the activities to commemorate Dominica's 36th anniversary of independence, the day began with the Creole ecumenical service at the Cana Heritage Park, officiated by Father Herman Sharpless, and was followed by an exhibition which featured aspects of the history and culture of the community. The last of the day's proceedings was a cultural gala held at the Cemetery Junction in the center of Capuchin, where Acting Prime Minister Honorable Ambrose George addressed the ceremony on behalf of the nation's leader.
A few years ago, since I last visited the Cana Park, And what I saw today is an excellent exhibition, an excellent proposition of what a community can do in transforming an area and making it what the Kana Heritage Park is today.
A joyous Reginald Austrie, Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Cottage constituency, addressed his people.
I'm the happiest man in Dominica today. And I can tell you why I'm the happiest person, because about 2 or 3 years ago, the decision was already taken that Heritage Day would be in Capuchin. And the question was asked, where are you going to put people? The church so small, where are you going to eat? How are we going to get to Capuchin? The road's so bad. And there were so many negatives on Capuchin hosting Heritage Day that for those of you who are here today can be a testimony that we could not have chosen a better site for this year's Heritage Day celebration.
Honourable Minister for Culture, Justina Charles, and Minister for Social Services, Gloria Shillingford, also addressed Sunday's ceremony. Among the highlights for this year's celebration was the sashing of cultural elder, Miss Olive Elizabeth André.
Thank you for everybody that like to see me. But it's a pity I cannot do a little better for all you as people. Thank you very much. I appreciate, I like everybody. And God bless everybody to travel, who that is traveling far.
She was also presented with a plaque and a check by His Excellency the President of Dominica, Charles A. Savre. The celebration saw performances by various cultural groups and individuals, including the Capuchin, Paybush, Posse, and the Carina cultural groups, among others. Special appearances were made by this year's National Wop Duet pageant contestants and the reigning Madame Wop Duet and Miss Wop Duet. Heritage Day was established by the Comité pour Études Creole and the Division of Culture. Dominica gained its independence from Great Britain in 1978. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce comes up next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, gouvernement Dominique tient groundbreaking ceremony pour bâtir Resource Centre en Penville. Parole celle-là sortie au Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, qui est aussi membre parlement pour Penville.
20 octobre, nous avons une groundbreaking ceremony à Penville pour commencer à bâtir un Resource Centre. L'argent ça a sorti au BNTF, CDB. Il prend un petit temps pour savoir manière CDB qu'a fait ces projets-là. Mais nous avons signé le contrat là et puis nous en position pour commencer le projet-là. So, nous avons commencé tout de suite, parce qu'on nous cassé le background à Penville 20 novembre, octobre dans les salles. So, c'est un projet qui est bien mérité. Penville pas une place pour Lower Penville même, pas une place pour venir ensemble pour un meeting. Nous aussi pas une bonne place pour un hurricane shelter. So il peut servir plusieurs importances à projet là, à Penville. So c'est un projet que nous sommes bien contents. Le gouvernement qui parti pour nous à Penville.
Alors, nouvelle ministre public works engagé et puis divers projets tout mon pays là. Parole celle-là sortie au ministre public works Honorable Ribbon Blackmore.
Donc, au cas où on pays, il y a plus de travail qu'à faire en chemin. Comme on a parlé avec un grand fond, nous avons aussi fait travail bypass l'ALevel blanc à Delice. Comme ça, tout de suite, nous avons commencé un gros projet. Nous avons tapé l'argent à la European Union pour bâtir chemin pour Delice. Mais quand on a parlé avec eux, pour un White River n'est pas bon. Donc nous avons fait ça avec un bypass en place ça. Aussi, en place Lagon Guantans, travail qu'a pour place, assez mon tout carré, capuchin, tout de suite, donc on va travailler commencer encore à Haberlin, Everett, suite en Guantans. Avant Kenfield, avant Old Mill, Chimela là, et nous avons bâti un marchand, tout de suite, nous avons fait Chimela là, puis primaire. Travail qui a avancé bon en Desport, en place comme ça. Il y avait aussi assez Monbrous, nous avons bâti Drain, Leopoldville, travail qui a fait.
En d'autres nouvelles, en deuxième phase, le système Global qui a en place. Parole celle-là, sorti officier relations publiques compagnie de Wasco, Edward Regis.
En deuxième phase, là, nous avons lié ces pipes-là. Ces deux phases-là qui ont fait ensemble. Ce n'est pas pour dire que c'est une phase et une deuxième phase. Nous avons deux différents monde qui ont fait ce travail-là, des différents contracteurs. Avec nous avons pensé que nous avons fait travail. Ces contracteurs, c'est Caribbean Concrete Limited avec l'association M. Edgar Robinson. C'est des mondes ça. C'est un gros projet même qui a coûté un pile d'argent. L'argent qui a baillé pour ça fait travail là, c'est 4 500 000 $. C'est un parti d'argent même avec mais projet même pour gagner tel pour gagner matériaux avec différents bits. Le projet qui a coûté 6 millions $. C'est un gros projet même. Avec les qui est fini, nous avons bells, avec penrise, nous avons poursuivi avec l'eau.
Et puis finalement, le gouvernement Dominique a décidé pour renommer Chimé Melville Hall Poncassé en l'honneur ancien président, Dr. Nicholas Liverpool. Cérémonie qui prend place à le 1er novembre, l'année qui a commencé à 4 heures après-midi en Poncassé. Premier ministre Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit fait parole comme quoi, le cabinet prend décision là pour montrer bonne contribution Dr. Liverpool, pas en pour contribution à la scène nationale, mais régionale et puis internationale. Premier ministre Honorable Skerrit aussi fait parole que Dr. Liverpool menait autant de dignité et puis respect en ces 50 années là qui passaient. Honorable Skerrit dit Dr. Liverpool autant qu'à positionner pour recevoir l'honneur là. Le gouvernement Dominique a invité général public là pour attendre la cérémonie en Poncassé, comptant à le 1er novembre l'année là. Messieurs, mesdames, c'est tout pour nouvelles en Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, something you may not know about coconut water.
The Wasco recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.
Coconut water is the ultimate thirst quencher and offers a tasty alternative to water. This pure liquid is packed with nutrients that yield an array of health benefits. Here's one of the benefits of coconut water that you may not have known about.
For those with acne or other blemishes on the surface of the skin, topical application of coconut water can go a great distance as it has the ability to clear up and subsequently tone the skin. It also moisturizes the skin from within if ingested. This explains why products such as facial creams, shampoos, conditioners, and lotions that contain traces of coconut extract are more effective. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Desk, I'm Colette Ambo.
And I'm Kimani. Thanks for watching and join us again next time for National Focus.